from the grit.
To the World Series!
And you know what that means.
Sax and Cates and the AM is back.
This is a World Series edition of Sax and Cates in the Morning with Tim Cates and world champion Steve Sax.
Taking your phone calls, talking Dodgers playoff baseball, all the way until the parade.
Now here they are on AM 570 LA Sports and the iHeart Radio app.
Steve Sax, Tim Cates.
Tim Cates and world champion Dodger Steve Sax.
Oh, we're off and running on this Tuesday morning, hour 2 of Sax and Cates in the AM. Thanks for being with us. AM 570 LA Sports live everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. Also, welcome to all those watching and listening on YouTube and Facebook on AM 570 LA Sports. We appreciate you joining us, watching us, and you can participate on the phones at 866-987-2570, or you can participate in the chat with the comments there on YouTube, AM 570 LA Sports. Steve Sax, Tim Cates, and you on this Tuesday morning as the sun starts to rise here in the city of Los Angeles. And what a glorious night it was last night at a Dodger Stadium, a game that took 6 hours and 38 minutes, but it was worth the wait as the Dodgers prevailed in 18 innings with a 6-5 walk-off win over the Toronto Blue Jays to take a 2-1 lead in this best-of-7 World Series. Will Klein, 4 innings pitched last night for the Dodgers. They used every single reliever out of that bullpen. Yoshinobu Yamamoto was in the bullpen, ready to go if they needed to go to a 19th inning, and he was all ready to go. Blake Snell said he was available if need be, even though he had already thrown his side session that day, Saxy. It was all hands on deck, and truly a team win with all 26 guys last night.
No doubt. And put down and buried is the question. Is the bullpen there? Okay, the bullpen's becoming a sanctuary for this team. Very much unexpected. You have to have a surprise or two when you win a World Series, especially when you're trying to repeat like the Dodgers are. You have to have a surprise or two. Maybe in a larger sense, the bullpen is a surprise because they are dynamite right now.
Yeah, every arm that came out of the bullpen for the Dodgers last night got it done. Even Blake Trinan, to an extent, got the job done despite giving up a run. And the Dodgers able to answer back and get that run back and tie it at 5 and send it to extra innings. You and I were talking during the game as it was evolving, as the game was changing with the bullpen taking over, and it was going to be which bullpen flinched first, which bullpen was going to be the guys to give up that hit or the run to give that team the lead, and which bullpen was going to be able to hold it down and close out this game and get the final out in this ball game last night. And it was back and forth. Eric Lauer pitched really well for the Toronto Blue Jays. They went toe-to-toe last night. The Blue Jays bullpen, the Dodgers bullpen. Overall, though, the game changed style-wise. And even the Toronto Blue Jays sort of got away from what they do best as the extra innings continued to go on, Steve. You saw their approach change a little bit. They started slugging a little bit more. They got away from that whole slap the ball the right field, station to station, we're going to paper cut you to death sort of approach. They were slugging just like the Dodgers were. It seemed like every guy up to bat was trying to win it with one swing of the bat.
Yeah, and how about Alejandro Kirk hitting that hanging curveball from Glasnow? Glasnow doesn't hang a ton of curveballs, but the one he did hang, Alejandro Kirk nailed it. And this guy has a real knack for not only hitting the ball the other way, but hitting it where it's pitched. And the one that he hit off of Glasnow on a hanging curveball, even the guy that hits the ball the other way, he hit that ball more central. And that's what you do with the pitch. That's a hanger that's right there in the middle of the zone. And again, on this bullpen, kind of going, step for step with the Dodgers, I thought after Dominguez, it was Bassett, Hoffman, Fisher, and Lauer. They pitched really well, getting in there to the guts of the game. I thought that bullpen part for Toronto was exceptionally good.
He is Steve Sachs. I'm Tim Cates. 866-987-2570. Coming up, you're going to hear from Dave Roberts in his post-game press conference. We'll hear from Shohei Otani as well in the 8 o'clock hour. Kevin Franson from MLB Radio will join us at 8 o'clock this morning. He is out at Dodger Stadium working pre and post on Sirius XM Radio. What a night, though, for the Dodgers last night, coming through in 18 innings to win the game by a final of 6-5. Let's go in the clubhouse last night. The Dodgers get the win after the game was over, after all the media on the field last night. Steve Sachs, Dave Roberts, Dodger manager, quieted his clubhouse and got all the guys together. And before they started going their separate ways and showering and going to see their families, he asked for just a minute. He said, guys, I want your attention. Hear me out. Here's Dave Roberts post-game last night after an almost 7-hour marathon win.
I just want to say, and I know I speak for every single person in this clubhouse, I've never been more proud of each one of you guys, from the guys playing, going way above whatever anyone has ever asked of you guys. Not one of you guys were phased, and every single one of you guys was pulling for your guys and believed in each other. And we've talked about it all the time. We're going to need every single buddy. This is just not rhetoric. This is just not talk. Tonight proved that we're going to need every single person on this roster to help us win a baseball game. Those guys gave everything they had tonight to beat us. And none of us wavered, quit. We continue to fight. That's who we are. That's who we are. It's because you guys believe in each other. And this is a special group. This special group. And what Shohei did in the CS, this couldn't epitomize 2025 Dodgers anymore. This is a team effort. It's a team effort. It's every single person in this room. Front office, coaches, support staff. It's everybody. This is a team effort. And, hey, so enjoy the out of it, but we got a game later today. All right? Hey, we got a game later today. Hey, we got a game later today.
Our starting pitcher was on base 9 times.
That's right. Hey, leave it all out there. Be ready to go tomorrow. There's no letter.
All right, there's Dave Roberts last night. I love that, Saxy.
Effective.
Yeah.
Very effective.
Why is that effective as a player? What does
Very
that do if you're in that clubhouse?
Because you got these guys in the moment. These guys on that team want their manager. They want to see him to be transparent. That's exactly what Dave Roberts was. It wasn't scripted. It was right out of his heart, and they could feel it. I could feel it listening to it, and it was real. And these guys, if you ask them to, Tim, I'm not this, and again, this isn't rhetoric either, but I think if you ask those guys when they were listening to Dave Roberts right there, they would have told you that and believed it. They could have gone out for another 18 right then, listening to what he said. I have no question in my mind. They'll be ready tonight. They'll be rejuvenated. I think this puts another step a little bit of a lighter and better step in their walk to go on and face this game tonight. I don't think they're going to be tired. I think they're going to be more than excited. I think this is a chance that they could have buried the Blue Jays. Don't count on it.
Yeah.
But this is a deflating moment for the Blue Jays. We'll see what they're made of. I won't take them lightly at all, but you got a chance to bury this team if this game starts off on the bad note for the Toronto club.
Well, two things for you. One, is that a Tommy Lasorda-esque post-game speech? Is that something he would do after a postseason game, a big game, is get you guys together, thank you guys, talk about how important everybody is, and then also make sure everybody's on the same page moving forward?
Yeah, and you don't want to do these all the time because they lose their luster. Okay, you do these once in a great while. You do this 2-3 times a year. That's it. You have the private conversations in the office or at the locker. Very effective that way. Doing it collectively as a team once in a great while, maybe twice a year. This was a time for that, and it was very effective the way Dave did it.
Now, my other question for you is, if you're second baseman Steve Sachs going back out there tonight for Game 4 of this World Series, after playing in a 6-hour and 38-minute game, after going out and having 8 at-bats, and you get the win, and you're tired, okay?
No,
you're sore.
I'm not tired. Not tired.
All right, hypothetically, you're tired.
Okay.
And you got to go back out there tonight. 16 hours later, you're playing in a game. How can you look at other guys around you though and say, "Man, I'm tired. I'm a little fatigued." When the guy on the mound just hit a couple of home runs and set another postseason record last night,
he might be tired,
right? I mean, but if he's out there dealing and he's out there performing, you have to raise your level. I mean, you can't look at the guy on the mound and say, "Wow, I wonder how he's doing. Oh, I'm so tired right now." Like, you better rise to the occasion as well.
Tim, I got to tell you, and I'm not just saying this. In all my career, I never felt like I was tired. I never. And I don't care if it was a doubleheader in Atlanta in August. I remember one time after a game, I was really spent. But overall, you rejuvenate. You're ready for that next day, and you're not tired. But I remember after games, there's times where you're really tired. In the middle of after 2 games in Atlanta, I remember Tommy walked by my locker, and I was, taking off my shirt. It was soaking wet. I was tired. Tommy said, "What's wrong with you?" I'm a little spent, Skip. "You're tired." Oh my God. He went into this tirade in front of the whole team that I was tired. So after a game, you better be tired. You want to be tired because that means you left it all out there. But the next day, you're not tired, man. You're in your 20s. You're ready to go, man. And after that game, you're in the World Series. You just heard that from your manager. How could you possibly think that something would get in their way called fatigue when you're in the throes of something that's earth-shattering right now? You're in the biggest stage in the world. How in the world could you be tired? I mean, it's more than just the physical thing. It really is.
You've told us before here, and we've done this for 9 years in the postseason, and you've talked about it. In '88, you guys went through the Mets. You guys had battles with them, and then you get to the World Series, and you overcome the Bash Brothers, and you beat them in 5 games. And you've talked about it. After that win in Oakland,
yes,
you were mentally, physically, and emotionally just completely drained. Was it at that point, once it all concluded, where you got to that emotional just exhale? But during those 5 games, you're juiced, right? You're juiced. You are
not really, but
right. You're ready to go.
Yes.
But it's that exhale after you win is when you come down off this high that is playing in the postseason.
Tim, it's such a great point that you bring up because it's true. I literally, with all the screaming and yelling going on, and there's champagne everywhere, I found this little room adjacent to the locker room, and it was so weird. It's like somebody put it in there. It was a chair and one faint light bulb that was on. It was a very small room. I don't know what it was for, but I went in there and I took my uniform off I wanted to keep it for posterity. I put it in a bag, and I literally, with all that going on, maybe 10 feet away, I literally could have gone to sleep in that room. I was so drained mentally, physically, absolutely done. And what happens is you let your defenses down. Finally, you let your defenses down, and that's when you get tired. And believe me, after the season was over, I went up to my mom's up here in Sacramento, and my mom cooked, and I slept, and she cooked and cooked, and I didn't even get on the phone hardly at all. And it was the best rejuvenation period, because after it's all over, you talk about you're tired. Then many guys were sick with the flu. It spread throughout our team. It was all over on the parade, and it was pretty thick. But that, when the season's over, there's a time to recuperate. And after that last game, when it was game 5 and it was over, we were world champions. Man, I was just absolutely drained, but not during the season. It's amazing how you're able to fend off that fatigue, and you got to be strong mentally. And I don't know if that's what it was with me or not, but when the season was over, I was really drained.
What about being on the winning side of last night's 18-inning marathon game and being on the losing side of that game? Take us into the mind, Steve Sachs, here on Sachs and Cates in the AM here on AFI 70. Take us into the mind of a player last night on the winning side and the losing side, and having to wake up this morning. You're probably still sleeping, but wake up and having to go back to the ballpark this afternoon, 16 hours later, a first pitch, and you have to get ready for a game 4. One side, I imagine you're probably feeling a little bit better than the other side going to the ballpark.
Well, I can equate these guys both on the same path, because throughout most of the game, I can tell you on either side, both of these two players, whoever they may be, you want to pick one out on each side, both of them are believing in their hearts, in their spirit, in their mind, everything about every fiber of their being. They believe they're going to win that game. So they're going along the same path until the very end. And at the very end, when one walks over to the Dodger dugout and the other one walks over to the Toronto dugout, it's a complete divergence of the paths. That's when they go their complete separate ways. It's a 180, if you will, however you want to describe it. The Dodgers are complete jubilation. They're related. You heard it from Dave Roberts talking. The guys were cheering to every word. On the other side in Toronto, these guys are deflated. They're trying to pick each other up. But this is a real heavy point in a big testing ground for that Toronto team. These guys are going to be tested. I mentioned it already, Tim. When they come into this game tonight, there's going to be a huge test. If Shohei Otani goes out there and shoving for the first couple 3 innings, this team might be buried. And every man has a breaking point. The thing that does it is when you break their spirit. When you break their spirit, you see it in boxers when they get to a certain point of the fight. When they get their spirit broken, the fight's over. And we're going to see if the spirit is broken with Toronto tonight. I'm not sure that it is. But if Shohei goes out there and shoves for a while and the Dodgers get off to a big start, you could see a spirit come out of these guys. And if that happens, it's over.
I hope so. And I kind of feel like it's building towards that. Now it just takes Shohei Otani to go out there and that top
maybe
half
one
of
more
the first
push.
inning. Yeah, absolutely. One more push to knock him over and end this thing with still 2 wins to go for the Dodgers in this best-of-7 series. He is Steve Sachs. I am Tim Cates. Sachs and Cates in the AM, brought to you by our friends at Strauss. Great to see them in the suite last night with the iHeart Radio family. From the field to the work site, Strauss powers our World Series coverage. You can check it all out at strauss.com, Strauss.com. We'll come back. We'll get to your phone calls. We'll hear more from Dave Roberts and his post-game thoughts to the media last night. We'll hear from Shohei Otani coming up in an hour from now. Kevin Franson from MLB Radio will join us, and we'll get you your 7 o'clock code word coming up when we return. If you're watching on YouTube and Facebook or listening on YouTube or Facebook, we'll be with you during the break. We'll be back on AFI 70 LA Sports.
You're the conductor of this train, brother. It's Dodger Nation brought to you.
Dodger fans, if you're
Oh, welcome back to YouTube and Facebook. Sachs and Cates here live with you on the stream. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We're in commercial break on AFI 70 LA Sports on the radio side. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Man, what a night last night. I see a lot of the comments on the comment section. Thank you for all that. What a night for the Dodgers. What a night for the bullpen. all the talk about how this bullpen can't get it done this October, and the narrative being that it's going to take starting pitching, Steve, to get it done. But it was the bullpen last night, and it was absolutely fantastic to see the collective unit get it done. I mean, you can talk about your superstars all you want, but last night when it's guys named Banda and Enriquez and Robleski, I mean, and then Will Klein for 4 innings. I mean, how do you not like Will Klein? Big redhead, got that Amish beard going, and afterwards he's just like this, oh shucks, I'm just happy to be here. I was sitting on my couch in Arizona a month ago, and here I am pitching in the World Series.
Strauss has to be all over Will Klein. He's 6'5", 230. He's a lumberjack. Perfect. Yeah. Are you kidding me? All right, look. As we mentioned before, Tim, sometimes the surprise becomes evident. Sometimes it's a little bit more subtle, but the surprise right now is the bullpen. Everybody was, talking about how the bullpen's not going to make it.
Yeah.
You got to lean on the starting pitching. Yeah. I get that. And it's true. But the bullpen has been something special. It's been a sanctuary for this team. They stepped up when it was almost like they said, hey, you guys are questioning us. Step aside. Let us take over now. Just get out of our way and let us do it. That's what the bullpen said last night, and they answered that call.
I love it. The dogs were back last night. They were chained up all October. They were used and abused during the regular season.
Malnourished, underfed.
Oh, they got rescued and came back stronger than ever in this October run. And last night on full display, it was awesome. Hey, one of our callers brought up earlier, Steve, the renditions of the national anthem. And Brad Pacer was phenomenal, by the way.
Of course he is.
The national anthem for the United States. But your not cousin, J.P. Sachs with an E, again, not your cousin.
Cousin.
J.P. Sachs performed the Canadian national anthem. And this is a dude from Toronto, by the way. So this is not an American who just had to learn on the fly. Yeah. You have to know the words. And I know it's tough.
How do you not know the words? I know the words, and I'm from California.
By the way, full disclosure, when Wayne Gretzky came here in 1988 to play for the LA Kings, I became a hockey fan that summer, right? You guys were on your way to winning a World Series. I became a hockey fan because of Wayne Gretzky. And all those games, they play Edmonton and Calgary and Vancouver in the same division.
So you heard it. You heard
the Canadian national anthem all the time. And I still love the Canadian national anthem. The way
beautiful
it sounds.
Song.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Not long, short and concise.
I didn't notice this last night, but while your not cousin, J.P. Sachs, was singing it, he also messed up the words.
Really?
He changed the lyrics to "O Canada," switching "our home and native land" to "our home on native land."
Oh, come on. He did that?
It's one word.
Okay.
But when you're singing a national anthem, one word could change.
And what's the
song.
next? What's the next words? Our home and native land. True patriot love.
Yes. I'm drawing a blank now. Of course, I love the song, but as soon as you ask me the lyrics, I can't think of it. But up in Canada, they're furious about this. Just reading this article about how
are they mad about the article? Or are they mad because he sung it wrong?
I think they're mad because he sung it wrong, and then you add on top of the fact that they lost in 18 innings. I think a frustrating night for the folks.
Little persnickety about when that happens, right?
Yeah. I mean, but when in the United States, when somebody messes up the national anthem, it's like, people freak out. And people throw baseballs at them from the.
Well, I do because I think it's disgusting. You can't if you can't sing the anthem right and do it for the country, then get the hell out of there. I don't want to hear you.
Now, I don't know if this was the case for the Canadian national anthem, but I know at Dodger Stadium, whenever they sing the United States national anthem, in right field, they have the words up there. And I don't know if it's there just to help out the person singing. Maybe it is because it's a tricky, some words that we don't say and, nowadays. And it was written a long time ago. So they put them up there on the screen. And I don't know if they do that for the Canadian national. Maybe the guy just thought he could wing it and knew it offhand. But I don't know. Maybe it's not that big of a deal. It's only one word that he switched. But
was it just the one word he missed up?
That's the case. It's just that he switched and put an "and" in there instead of what he was supposed to say. Our home and native land. He said our home on native land.
Okay, he messed it up.
That does change the meaning, All of a sudden we're not talking about native land like our native Canadian. We're talking about Native Americans, native land. Like it does change
Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command.
Love it.
That's all. You know.
We're going to come back here in a few seconds, join up with radio. Thanks for watching online on Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate that. All right, we'll just join up with the radio, and we'll hear from Dave Roberts and take some calls. Sax and Kate's in the AM. Thanks for being with us here on AFI 70 LA Sports. Live everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. We appreciate those watching on YouTube and on Facebook. Not only can you watch and get that component, but if you're out and about, maybe you're in your car and you can't listen terrestrially on the radio, just put us on YouTube or Facebook and you can listen to us as well. So, yeah, there's the video component of it, and you get to see how great I look, and you get to see how subtly Steve Sachs looks and jacked he looks right now on YouTube and Facebook. But you can also listen as well. So it gives you a different way of listening to the show as you make your way, not only here in Southern California, but everywhere.
Today. That is a cool hoodie.
Thank you. Yeah, it's from Baseballism. Our friends over at Baseballism.
Oh, Baseballism. You got that one, huh, from there?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Baseballism. My daughters go to school in Arizona, and they have a brick and mortar store in Scottsdale, Old Town Scottsdale.
I've been to that one.
Yeah.
I've been to the one in, at the Hall of Fame.
Oh, really?
In Cooperstown.
Oh,
they have
nice.
one right there in town.
Yeah, those are great guys. Former
What's
baseball
the shtick
players.
on that one right there? I just see Los Angeles. What's the shtick? There's always a shtick to the Baseballism shirt.
Well, it's a guy going up against the wall making a catch. It looks like it could be Tommy Edman or Andy Pages. So that's it. And then, of course, I brought back the hat I wore yesterday, which is the Freddie Freeman walk-off silhouette there from the hat. Grand Slam against the New York Yankees. Sorry, Yankee fans, but this is from Game 1 last year. And I'm sure our friends that make these hats at E-Crowns are working diligently to make another Freddie Freeman silhouette.
I like that
from last night. Yeah.
We still haven't seen the shirts for Scam.
They're being worked on. Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
You know, I like hats too. I like the flatter hats.
I know.
So maybe we can get one of those too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm working on the shirts, but it takes a little while to print. And they said, hey, we don't make the schmedium. We have to order that. So it's going to take a little while for the schmedium shirts to come.
Are you going to wear a schmedium?
No.
Are you sure?
Me?
Well, I don't know.
It wouldn't fit over my arm. For you,
I know you're busting out.
You'd be like Hulk Hogan, like taking and ripping it off. And
you got like 19s, don't you, Tim?
No,
really,
I don't. No,
you're pretty stacked.
Let me look at. Let's see your guns there. Let's put on a gun show.
Well, I don't want to.
Okay, it's too old.
But you're stacked.
No, I appreciate it. Thank you. Let's go out to the phones. We're gonna hear from Dave Roberts, Dodger manager, coming up in just a couple of minutes. At the top of the hour, we'll check in with Kevin Franson from MLB Network Radio. We'll hear from Shohei Otani postgame last night. Yeah, he's got to pitch in a game today for the Dodgers after last night. Couple of doubles, couple of home runs, walked a bunch of times, sets an MLB record on base 9 times last night. Unbelievable. How about being a hitter last night, Steve, real quick, and having 8 at-bats? How about being a Dodger hitter last night and going up to the plate 8 times, and you look at the box score when it's all said and done, and you're 1 for 8?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Right? I mean, you get the win, but you're looking at the box score at your locker, you're like, oh, I was 1 for 8. I was 1 for 6 and struck out 4 times.
Who did that?
That was Will Smith.
Oh, okay. But you know what? He's been dynamite. You know, he caught like 17 pitchers last night, and he caught 18. He caught 2 games on one night.
Yeah.
And he hit a big bomb the other day. I mean, he's been very integral in this.
And he almost hit it out last night if it was not for the Marine layer out at Dodger Stadium, which it's going to be different tonight. It's supposed to be a little warmer here in Southern California.
That's good.
A couple of degrees warmer during the day and the afternoon. That means it'll be a little warmer at night. The hot air will stick around for a little longer with a 5 o'clock start. So we could see the baseball fly a little bit more tonight, like it did early on in the game last night with Alejandro Kirk hitting that home run, Shohei Otani going deep as well. So I expect the ball to fly out of the ballpark again tonight. Hopefully, it's the Dodgers hitting the home runs.
Who do you want to see kind of jump to the forefront? I mean, Otani's just been, we want to see him pitch well, but on the offensive side, who you got?
Well, that's a great question because you cannot expect Otani to do what he did last time.
That's what I'm saying. He could have a night off, but just pitch well.
Absolutely. I just want him to deal on the mound. That means, as you said, somebody else or somebody's else needs to step up tonight. I'm going to give that to, I'm going to say Mookie Betts. 1 for 8 last night with a walk. I'm going to ask Tommy Edman to raise his game a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, he had hit the ball hard a couple times last night. played some good defense. He had the error. I get it. That led to a couple run scoring.
It happens.
But he also made then 2 other great defensive plays.
Great play throwing the guy out at third.
Yeah.
Hustle coming off of the deflection of Freddie's glove from Kirk that hit that line drive again to right.
Yeah.
Like he hits every ball to right field.
Every time.
Maybe they should put somebody over there. Every freaking ball he hits is to right side all the time.
It's amazing that that's the one thing that guy does. And he's made
consistently
a living out of it. And he's an all-star because of it.
Yeah, and that was a great play by Tommy Edman. That's where we were going. He gets over there, he slides on the hip, in the same motion, throws a dart over to Muncy at third base for the out.
It was so
great.
Fluid. It was so one motion gliding.
Might I say the third out at third base? Nice going, Kiner Fluffa.
As we mentioned earlier, six runners thrown out last night on the base pass. 6.
Yeah, and Otani pops off the base. I mean, I guess it can. He's still. It's a tough one. He had the base stolen. He was safe.
Okay, let's quickly dive into that because we were talking last night after it happened, and that happened in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Shohei Otani intentionally walked. Mookie Betts is up to bat, and Shohei takes off, and he steals second base, and it slides in safely, but his momentum carries him to the right of second base, and the tag is held on him like you're supposed to do nowadays, and he was called out because he came off the bag briefly.
Right.
Why was that a bad slide?
Because he lost his momentum. I mean, that's, it happens. But if you do a pop-up slide, it's all part of the slide. The rise at the end is part of the slide. You see Trey Turner do that so eloquently. Remember?
Okay.
You see Trey Turner in the slide?
Yeah.
That's an exaggerated version of the pop-up slide. So when you pop up like that, you can see the ball. You don't have dirt in your eyes. You can pop up and see it where it's going. You can go to the next base way faster. You're not going to jam a finger or a shoulder. Injuries are far less. I like the pop-up slide. It's been around a while, and I think it plays pretty well. And you don't have a chance to fall over like that, like Otani did. But you know what? I'm sure I've done it too.
866-987-257. Let's go out to the phones. Thank you for being patient on this Tuesday morning. As you wake up and you look, and if you fell asleep last night, you're wondering, what in the heck happened last night? How did this game end? Well, it ended on a walk-off home run from Freddie Freeman in the bottom half of the 18th inning. Let's go out to the phones. Eric on the 91 freeway joins us here on AM 570 LA Sports. What's on your mind, Eric?
Oh, man. Mr. Sachs. Did I not call a week and a half ago when Mr. Cates was all panicked out after we lost to the Phillies in that game? And I said, when we're healthy, the Dodgers have too much for everyone. You remember that?
Yes. Eric, I remember it very distinctly. I remember you calling in and telling Tim that. Tim, you remember Eric did that.
Yeah. I don't remember panicking at all, guys. I do not know what you're talking about. That doesn't sound like me at all.
You were talking about you were saying you were hoping that that Yamamoto was gonna, he better have his A game tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because the Phillies and so on and so forth. And I said, look, man, when the Dodgers are healthy, they got too much for everybody. And I gotta tell you something. The only people who were not surprised about the bullpen's performance yesterday was all those guys in the bullpen and the Dodger coaching staff. They were not at all surprised that those guys came up the way they did.
They didn't look like
Trinan,
they were.
I'm gonna tell you what. No, Trinan made pitches last night. I was happy with his performance. I had no doubts about him. But these other guys, oh my goodness, they surprised all of us. And then again, Mookie's 1 for 8. Like you said, Smith has 4 strikeouts. But Teo shows up, and Joe Showtime shows up, and Edman shows up, and Miggy Rowe with the perfect bunt, even though we didn't score on that, and his play at second base. Somebody hit a hot smash in that 17th inning, and he scooped it up like it was not like it was just another day at the office. That's what I'm talking about. They have too much for everybody. Now that said, when too much doesn't show up, then it's not enough. So they got to stay focused. But again, I think they're dialed in. And when they are, everybody needs help. So that's just my thought.
All right, Eric, I appreciate it. Yeah,
I remember Eric said that. I do remember he said that.
I don't remember panicking at all. It's not like me. I don't seem to
be.
Well,
you haven't panicked like before. Like I remember sometimes you would come on and you would be almost screeching.
Yeah.
You know, you would be like out of your mind.
Yeah.
But you've been more composed this year. I don't know if it's because they're in the World Series now, but you've been a lot more composed.
It's a newer, older me, Saxy. That's what it is. I'm more mature now in my old age.
Oh.
By the way, real quick, last night when they walked off the Toronto Blue Jays on the Freddie Freeman home run, it didn't get shown on Fox, but if you were at Dodger Stadium, and now videos are out there of people on their cell phones, it's a kind of a cool moment because Yamamoto, remember, is warming up in the Dodgers bullpen, and his translator's out there with them. Mm-hmm. And everybody starts celebrating at home plate with Freddie Freeman. Well, so did Shohei Otani and Roki Sasaki celebrate, but they jumped around for a few seconds, and then the two of them, along with Will Ireton, the translator, all three of them made a beeline down the third base line, and they met Yamamoto and his translator in shallow left field, and all of them started hugging and jumping up and down. All five of them, the three players and the two translators, all Japanese guys together celebrating this walk-off win. Again, another example of a team win. Sasaki went out there and pitched. Otani did his thing. And then Yamamoto, they didn't want to forget about him.
Yeah,
they didn't want to forget about Yamamoto, who was warming up in the bullpen down there.
That's great. I love it. Yeah, that's some togetherness. And, that's what it like they said, it's going to take every single person in that bullpen. Do you remember us saying that? Remember I told you about Trinan? Hey, there's going to be a time when you're going to need Trinan, when you're going to need Dreyer, when you're going to need Sheehan to come up and do some shoving. It's going to come to that sometime. You remember I was saying that too, Tim.
I do. I remember that.
It's true.
Anastasia in L.A. joins us here on AM 570 LA Sports. Good morning. What's on your mind?
Good morning. First-time caller. So excited. I stayed for the full 18 innings. It was amazing. It was a sheer will, determination win. I am so excited. I couldn't even believe it. I literally went there. I kept getting phone calls from people. You watching? You still watching? Loved it. And you know what, Steve Sack? I actually had a child in 88. I remember you. And I am so grateful. My son called me from Oakland. He couldn't believe it. A little concerned a little bit about Mookie Betts, but I'm not completely worried. I feel like he's going to come through because they are not going to pitch to Shohei, period. And just, oh my goodness, amazing. First time caller, love your show.
Awesome.
Going to definitely tune in.
Awesome.
Thank you, Anastasia.
I really appreciate you joining us this morning. Love it.
That's cool.
Love hearing from it. If you need an excuse from your boss, sound like you're maybe heading to work or somewhere, let them know and let us know because we'll write you an excuse.
We can email the excuse, the pass, if you will.
Absolutely.
To the boss, right, Tim?
Yeah, absolutely. Real cool. My daughter, who's in high school, one of her teachers, I'm going to shout him out, Dr. Dan, they have a test today that they sort of like a midterm test because it's the middle of the semester. And it was today. And I say was today because last night, the student in my daughter's class were on a group text with the teacher. And he's a big Dodger fan, Dr. Dan.
Mm-hmm.
And they said to Dr. Dan, hey, if the Dodgers end up pulling out this game because it was like 10:30, 11 o'clock, 16th inning, 17th inning, getting to the 18th inning, if the Dodgers win this game, how about no test tomorrow?
Nice. Good.
And he said, deal.
Nice.
And what happened? Last night, Dodgers walk off the Blue Jays. Phone starts buzzing. Daughter runs in. No test tomorrow. Dr. Dan, a man of his word.
Cool.
So the kids at my daughter's school in that class do not have to take a test today. No midterm because he's a man of his word, and no test because the Dodgers won last night. So
love it.
Very cool.
Shout out to Dr. Dan.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's good. We like that.
Very cool. So again, if you also need a note to get out of work, you're in late today, Steve Sachs is the one who will write that note.
I'll write the note. I have no qualms around that.
Dearest boss, please excuse Bill from being late today. Sincerely,
he was
Steve
unavoidably
Sachs.
detained watching the game and doing some very, very good character building things during the game. Please let him off. Thank you, Steve.
We'll come back. We'll get to more of your phone calls coming up at the top of the hour. Kevin Franson from MLB Network Radio. Our coverage here on Sax and Cates in the AM, which you can watch on Facebook and X. Be a part of it as well in the comment section. Brought to you by Strauss. From the field to the work site, Strauss powers our World Series coverage. They make it history for the first brand ever featuring on baseball's helmets here in the World Series. It's family-owned, trusted worldwide. Met the guys last night from Strauss. They are fantastic. STRAUSS.com, Strauss.com. We'll come back, get to more of your phone calls. It's Sax and Cates in the AM right here on AM 570 LA Sports.
This is the City of Hope play of the game.
Oh, Sax and Cates in the AM continuing on the stream here on X and on Facebook. Thanks for being with us. Looks like Saxy has departed us during the commercial break. We'll get him back, though, as I look for a throat lozenge here in my bag. I'm starting to feel it. Last night, a lot of yelling, a lot of fun, watching the Dodgers get the postseason win, get the win in Game 3, and now a 2-1 series lead. We'll find out. Oh, I know who's throwing out the first pitch tonight. I have to look at. Oh, it's Oral Hershiser. That's right, the Bulldog throwing out the first pitch for Game 4 tonight. So very excited if you're going out to Game 4. Don't forget, we got tickets to Game 5 that we're going to give away right here on Sax and Cates in the AM. How do you win those tickets? You got to listen for the code words. And we gave away a code word last hour. We gave away a code word, and we're going to do it this hour at the 8 o'clock hour. Rogan and Rodney got some. Perpetual some money got some. And then tomorrow, when you write them all down, tomorrow we're going to ask for a caller. If you know them all, you're going to win tickets to Game 5 of the World Series. It's that easy. You just got to be listening to AM 570 LA Sports. That is how you win the tickets. And I'm going to be a nice guy here, okay? I'm going to be a nice guy because maybe some of you were sleeping in the 6 o'clock hour. Maybe you were still, celebrating in a fog from last night's Dodgers win over the Toronto Blue Jays, and you missed the 6 o'clock code word. Now, if you're watching right now on X or on Facebook, I'm going to give it to you again, but don't tell anybody on the radio, okay? If the folks on the radio know I told you this, they're going to be mad. But if you're watching right now on the stream or watching it back when it's posted, the 6 a.m. hour code word was manager. All right? I'm just going to say it one more time, and that's it. You missed it in the 6 o'clock hour. The first code word that you need to know was manager. All right, that's it. I'm not going to say it again. I gave you a second chance there for all those that were still asleep or weren't with us in the 6 o'clock hour, but I'm not going to say it again. And again, don't tell the folks on the radio that I gave it. All right, we're back up on YouTube. We're on X. We're on Facebook. We are everywhere. And, of course, we'll be back on the radio here in AM 570 LA Sports and live on the iHeart Radio app coming up in just a couple of minutes as we're in commercial break. Wow, nearly 500 people watching right now. Let's get that number even more. Chat room is bursting at the seams right now with all the great comments. Thank you. We see them. We appreciate that. And, again, we'll be back on the radio here in just a couple of minutes as the Dodgers now get ready for Game 4 of this World Series. Tonight at Dodger Stadium with Shohei Otani on the mound. I'll be interested to see, and we'll ask Saxy when we come back here, if the Dodgers should make any changes to the lineup tonight. Andy Pages not in the lineup. We'll see if Dave Roberts elects to switch things up because of the 18-inning marathon game last night and the wear and tear on some of these guys. Now, with that being said, I don't know how you can look somebody in the face and say wear and tear, yet Otani's out there pitching. Saxy, I was just saying for all the folks on the stream here on Facebook, X, and YouTube, if Dave Roberts, you think, changes up the lineup tonight, maybe some additions or subtractions in the lineup based on the 18-inning game last night?
I think they're on such a high that he'll probably keep things basically the same. The one question I had, it is a good question.
Okay.
Is Will Smith going to catch another game tonight? I mean, he caught 2 games last night.
Yeah.
Is he going to be able to really go and catch another game? I think yes. I mean that's a legit question.
Yes.
But I think yes.
I think he has to catch. It's the World Series.
You got to push. You got to ask.
Right.
More's got to be given. They certainly did that with the bullpen last night. Now you got to go more on the physical aspect of this to stretch it more after the 2 games you played last night. Look, you're 2 games away from a world title. 2 games away. You can see it from here.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is, if you're Will Smith, even if you're banged up,
he comes in, he demands he plays. I'll bet you
100%.
He's going to come in and say,
even
don't
if
worry about me. I'm ready.
Even if he didn't demand to play, how do you go in there and look around that clubhouse and see everybody else hurt and everybody else tired, see Shohei Otani do what he did last night, and now
he's going to pitch tonight.
Yeah, he's going to go out and pitch. How do you look at the guys in the bullpen, the dogs who went out there and saved your behinds last night, and look at a guy like Will Klein and say, man, I'm tired. Will Klein went out last night and threw 72 pitches for the first time since he was in college and a starting pitcher. I mean, guys are being asked to do more than they're maybe capable of doing during the regular season.
Will Klein had, 70-some pitches?
72, 73 pitches.
72 pitches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's almost, that's you're getting into a lot of guys throw that in, 6 innings, right?
Yeah, and
he
then
pitched 4.
You got Yamamoto warming up last night. I mean, you cannot be a Dodger player and go into that clubhouse today and have any other mindset but,
no.
What do you need me to do?
I'll bet you Will Kane comes in there tonight and says, hey, I know I pitched 72 pitches in 4 innings, but I can give you 1 tonight.
He should be ready to go. All hands on deck. What are you saving yourself for?
Yeah.
You got all of November, December, and January to rest and to not throw or to heal up. I mean, this time is now. Time is now.
But
Speaking of
right
time.
now. I mean, I'm talking about starting pitching like Shohei goes out there tonight, push him. If he's going up, he's got around 100 pitches, and he has 1 more inning to go, finish it.
We're back. AM 570 LA Sports, just chopping it up on the stream during the commercial break on radio. You can be a part of it, too. Bonus coverage. We gave you stuff even more than we're doing on the radio here on AM 570 LA Sports. Just go to AM 570 on X, YouTube, Facebook, all of them. If I knew how to use TikTok, I'd tell you to go to TikTok, but I don't know how to use it. I don't even have an account, so I can't help you there. Coming up at the top of the hour, Kevin Franson from MLB Sirius XM Radio will join us. Loving the comments on the message board there on YouTube and X and Facebook. Go ahead and leave a comment. Let us know where you're listening from on this Tuesday morning, because we got a lot of people listening, not only in Southern California, but around the United States.
And what are they listening to?
Scam!
That's it. That's right.
Sax, you're going to have to do that next time, man. My throat's killing me. So you're
okay, I can do that.
All right,
but I think we have to let people know the real name of the show. Scam!
With an exclamation point at the end.
Yeah. Boink.
That's what we need. It can't just say scam. It's got to be exclamation point scam.
I'm noticing. You see what I'm doing here? I'm pointing to Strauss. Yeah.
Oh yeah, brought to you by our friends at Strauss, of course.
That's right.
From the field to the work site, Strauss powers our World Series coverage all October long.
Now, if you're somebody that likes cashmere socks, you're not going to get cashmere socks, but you will get some steel-toed boots.
Absolutely. It's for the real workmen out there, those who put it in and grind every single day, like the Dodgers grinded last night for a win in 18 innings. We gave you the 6 a.m. code word last hour. Again, 7 code words all day today. Scam.
I wrote mine down, manager.
Money. Oh, you can't give it out. You can't give it out, Zach. We already gave it out in the 6 o'clock hour. If they were with us, they were with us.
So you can't give it out again?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be on the podcast, right?
Okay, what's the next word? When do we get the next word?
This is 7. I'll do it right now. The 7 o'clock hour word is single. Single. I feel like I'm in WW2, like, like the radio, like, you're trying to talk to the people behind the lines that are like in, Germany and Japan. You're like, Wacko wears a mustache on Mondays. Like different code words, that they used to give to people to tell people what was happening.
Yeah, so there's
so the code word this hour is single.
So
single.
I wonder in Canada if they have like Mustache Monday, like you grow it all week and then on Monday you shave it off. I don't know.
You know what's funny, real quick, and we'll get back out to the phones. Last night, Davis Schneider, the guy for the Toronto Blue Jays, does he not look like a motor officer, like for the CHP with that mustache? I mean, he's got that cop stash going.
Yeah, he's got definitely a CHP mustache going.
And then
he does.
And then on the
I thought he was going to pull me over or something. What's that?
Then on the post-game show last night, before I fell asleep and got my 3.5 hours of sleep, I was watching the Fox crew, and my wife said to me, she goes, A-Rod looks different than he did in the pregame show. I said, wow, that was a long time ago. She goes, I think he's got some like 5 o'clock shadow going. I think he's got a little stubble on his face.
Go ahead, Tim. What is it?
Facial hair?
Maybe, could be.
I thought he just looked different, and
Okay.
it was such a long game last night. Maybe he grew a little beard out last
Grew
night.
some beard during the broadcast. That's a lot of man.
Because the game was so long, almost 7 hours long. All of a sudden, freshly shaven, Alex Rodriguez. Next thing you know, he's got a little stubble growing there.
Wow.
7 hours later. So
Okay.
let's go back out to the phones. Thank you for being patient. Mike in Costa Mesa down in the 949. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, good morning, guys. Long time. Love you guys. Shout out to the Dodgers. Thanks for taking my call. 2 quick ones for you. Way to go with Kershaw. I know it was just 1 out. That was awesome. And secondly, why isn't Call starting, guys? I'd like to hear your take on that. I mean, we all know Paez is pretty much allergic to walking, swinging everything in the dirt.
Wow.
I know you get the defense, but I think Call's just the better option at this point. Guy comes in, gets a hit, on and on. He makes contact. He can bunt, plays defense. So I just thought I'd ask your take on that. And just love getting through to you guys. Listen to you guys all the time, man.
Awesome, Mike. Appreciate that.
Mike.
Thanks for checking in.
Hey, it's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, Andy
Call
Paez
can play center field, right? He can go get it.
Yeah, he can play all 3 spots in the outfield for you. More of a corner, left or right field guy, but he can go get it. He's got the speed in center field to go play there. It's the bat, though, right? I mean, it's the threat. It's the what if. It's the he could go deep that you always think about with Andy Paez. And I get it. He's like 2 for the October right now.
Yeah, he had a line drive caught yesterday. He smoked 1 ball.
It's that threat, though, right? It's the guy who's batting ninth that could hit a home run for you.
Yeah.
I mean, last night, it could have been Andy Paez who hits a home run, and we're all celebrating Paez. And what a great job he did walking off the Toronto Blue Jays. As it is, he is struggling, and it's a real struggle right now for him.
Yeah. He's swinging awfully hard up there. I don't know if that's his, I don't know if that's what he does all the time, but I've only known one guy really watching him that swings out of his, and is a really good hitter. And that was Dustin Pedroia. He swung as hard as he could every single time and hit lasers all the time. You usually don't see guys that swing really hard that make good contact.
Yeah.
But he did.
I mean, I think you think of Alex Call on offense and what he provides in the 9 spot. He's not a threat to launch. He's not a threat to hit a home run. He's certainly a threat with his speed.
He's kind of Toronto-like.
Absolutely. You know what? 100%. If he were on the Blue Jays, he'd fit into a T with what they do in their style of baseball. On this Dodgers team, he's the bunt guy. He's the move the guy over, hit to the right side. Last night, he came up in a situation where all they needed him to do was drive the ball and hit it out of the infield, and he flew out into the popped it up. Again, I go back to Paez. His defense, sometimes you get really good defense, sometimes you get really bad defense. And a lot of times, he makes a play, and you're like, wow, that's the arm we all know he has, and that's the defense we know he can provide.
So at this point in his career, you'd say he's more of a toolsy guy.
Yeah, I guess so.
Not refined, but a lot of tools.
100%. 100%. Not
That's
refined at all. And still young. I think he's 24 years old still.
24.
So he's got so much room to grow as a baseball player. And I keep hearing the same comment from people. Well, there's not another series for him to get right. This isn't July where he's got time to figure it out. The time is now. And if he can't figure it out by now, then it's time to move on to something else.
Yeah. Well, he hit 27 jacks during the year.
Right? So that's what I mean. There's that threat. There's always that he can hit it out. He could do it if he's, if he connects. If he squares one up, man, he's going to hit it a long way.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just, and you see every time he swings, he's got that momentum going into the other box. He's got a little off balance. He swings hard. He swings really hard.
He swings out of his shoes.
Yes, out of his shoes, right.
As Tony on the message board writes, Alex Call is that, quote, work the pitcher, end quote, type of guy.
Okay.
That kind of fits into that Toronto Blue Jays style of offense. 866-987-2570 coming up. Kevin Franson, former big leaguer, will join us from MLB Radio. We'll get your 8 o'clock code word. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the show as we are streaming live on X, Facebook, and YouTube. And, of course, right here on 857 LA Sports.
From your Toyota dealer.
From the grit.
We are back live on the stream on X, on Facebook, and on YouTube. Thank you for being with us. Tim Cates, Steve Sachs on this Tuesday morning. Oh, Saxy's got a cup of Joe. Saxy's got that coffee. Is that cup number 1 or cup number 2 for you? Oh, yeah, look at that. Sachs in the Morning podcast right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
This is number 2. Tim, you know what I did was I went out and I got one of those coffee espresso kind of makers, you know? And I really like this thing. I make a Americano with an extra shot.
Wow.
And I put it right here in my Sachs in the Morning cup, and it's good. It's got this top so it keeps it cold, keeps it hot.
Okay, so what's an Americano? Just a couple of espresso shots in water? Is that all it is, right?
That's it. Uh-huh. Yep,
okay.
That's it. Yep, it's really good.
Do you drink just like brewed coffee, like black coffee or coffee with cream?
Yeah, I like it thick and bitter.
Okay.
Just like a cup of Joe, black coffee, just
Yeah.
regular. I hate it when you go to Starbucks. You know what really chaps my behind, Tim?
Yeah, tell me right now. Tell everybody right now.
How long do I have? Like 30 seconds?
You got at least those 30. We got almost 700 people watching on the stream right now.
Okay, I'll tell you what chaps my behind.
All right.
Like I'm in Starbucks. I'm going to the bank or, you know, going somewhere. I'm in like Ace Hardware. You know, and some 22-year-old kids behind the teller, right?
Yeah.
I tell them what I want. Yeah, can I get an Americano and, you know, maybe an extra shot or something? Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
I go up to the window. Okay, it's $4.75. Mr. Okay, here you go. Got any plans this weekend?
They're asking you that?
I got any plans this weekend? Why are you asking me if I have any plans this weekend? I don't know you. And it happens everywhere. I go to McDonald's. I go to the bank.
They're being friendly.
No. Don't ask me if I have plans this weekend. It's a phony question. You don't care if I have plans this weekend. I don't even know you. Yeah, how about this, Tim? How you doing today, sir? Good. How are you? Good. All right. Nice day today. Yep. Okay. That's fine. That's great.
Okay.
Don't ask me if I have plans this weekend. Then I have to have a conversation with you. My thing when I'm in Safeway and I'm going through the line, I want to get the hell out of there as fast as I can. I want to pay and I want to leave. I don't want to tell you my plans for the weekend, and I don't even know you.
You're not a people person. They're just trying to be friendly.
No, that it's a stupid, phony question, and it really bugs me. You know what I do sometimes? I'll put my stuff like there on the conveyor belt, and I'll walk way over to the side and act like I'm on my phone so they don't ask me if I have any plans this weekend.
Wow, you're
antisocial. No. Hey, how you doing today? Good. How are you? I'm great. Beautiful day. Yeah, I'm very social.
Okay.
Just don't ask me a phony, stupid question that you don't even have any right asking me because I'm not. Well, yeah, I have plans this weekend. You really want to know what my plans are? Well, I'm going to get up this morning. I'm going to go cut the grass. After that, I'm going to work in the backyard. I got my aunt and uncle coming in from Vallejo. They're going to come over. We're going to have lunch. Then later, really, you want me to go through this crap? I'm not doing that.
Hey, they agree with you on the message board right now. On
I'll
YouTube,
bet they do.
Twitter.
It bothers me.
I agree, Sachs. Sachs needs a chill pill. That person doesn't agree with you. Yes. Note to self, if I ever meet Steve Sachs, don't ask him about his weekend. Yes, that's a
don't
good
ask
one.
me.
That's
it's none of your business. I don't know you that well.
Driving to Stanton. Shout out. Oh, that's Isabel. Hi, Izzy. Hey, Sachs, what are your plans for lunch today? Can I ask you that?
Yeah, you see what I'm talking about, Tim? Really, I think most of the people out there can agree with me. It's an embarrassing question too, because then I got to act like I'm, you know, really like want to talk to him. And okay, well, you know, I got 400 things on my plate. I want to get the hell out of here.
Okay, I had that happen to me at taking your phone calls, talking Dodgers playoff baseball, all the way until the parade.
Now, here they are on AM 570 LA Sports and the iHeart Radio app.
Steve Sachs, Tim Cates.
Tim Cates and world champion Dodger Steve Sachs.
Oh, rise and shine, Southern California. We are live and local here in the City of Angels. The sun is out. It's a blue sky and a blue heaven on earth. Dodger Stadium last night. Freddie Freeman walked off the Toronto Blue Jays in a game that took nearly 7 hours to finish, but the Dodgers prevailed with a 6-5 win over the Toronto Blue Jays. Tim Cates, two-time World Series champion, Rookie of the Year. You see him out at Dodger Stadium wearing that glorious number 3 throughout the first pitch during the NLCS, along with Mike Scioscia. He loved Brad Paisley's rendition of the national anthem last night out at Dodger Stadium. He is the one and only Steve Sachs. Saxy, we're having a lot of fun on the air, but also having a lot of fun with all our people online, on X, on Facebook, and on YouTube as we stream live this morning here on Sachs and Cates in the AM. Nearly 800 people online just kind of watching, hanging out. You were telling some great stories about your adventures with baristas at the coffee shops.
Going to Ace Hardware, Safeway, whatever it may be. But I do want to talk sometime, today a little bit. I'll be really quick about the strike I threw. It was crackling off my fingertips. And right over the
first
plate.
Pitch
But that's another story. First pitch,
Well, Scioscia just kind of lobbed it in there, and you threw a strike to Miguel Rojas, right? That's who it was.
Blazing. Yeah. He came over. He says, "Man, you're hurting my hand a little bit."
Adios, mío. You threw that hard. It's muy rápido.
Come on.
All right. Joining us now, 9-year Major League veteran infield for the Giants, Angels, Phillies, and Nationals. Kevin Franson is at Dodger Stadium hosting Sirius XM's pre- and post-game shows for Games 4 and 5. He was there for Game 3 last night. You could also hear him hosting Loud Outs Saturdays at 7 a.m. Pacific on MLB Network Radio. And he joins us now here on your home of the Dodgers, AM 570 LA Sports. Kevin, good morning. Thanks for joining us after such a long night last night. How you doing?
Happened. I don't know. What's going on? Thanks for having me, guys. Saxy, what's up?
How you doing, Kevin?
I'm doing great. That was a fantastic game.
What a finish last night. We've been talking about it all morning long, Kevin, and the bullpen. The narrative this October compared to last year, where the bullpen carried the Dodgers to a World Series championship. This year, it's all about starting pitching. All we've been hearing from fans is, don't go to the bullpen. Dave Roberts doesn't trust the bullpen. Last night, he needed the bullpen, and when he needed guys that we may have forgotten about or didn't remember on the roster, Will Klein, 4 innings, Edgardo Enriquez, 2 innings. They came through, and I loved how Freddie Freeman at the end of the game, Kevin, said, hey, yeah, I hit the game walk-off home run, but guys like Will Klein are the real MVPs last night. What a complete team win it was.
It was awesome. I mean, just seeing both sides. I mean, it sucks that it's literally the game that you're going. It sucks that both teams have to lose. But for me, like the Blue Jays lost it when they took out Barger all the way in the moment. So like for Miles Straw, because now you had a bunch of their guys having 15. They had, what was it? Heineman, Straw, IKF, and I was trying to think the other. I was going and David Schneider combined for like 20% of their plate appearances. So you're like, if you're the Dodgers, you're going, thank God we won that game, right? But I mean, I mentioned after on our post game show, which was Anthony Bonda, Justin Wroblewski, Trinan, Dreyer, Sasaki, Sheehan, Kershaw, Enriquez, and Klein. You said, okay, all those guys pitched, and only one guy gave up a hit or gave up a run.
Right.
I don't think Trinan would have been the only one.
Right.
That he would have been the one that you would have said. And so, like for me, I see, guys that have been questioned because I mean, again, it doesn't matter if you pitched or not in the World Series or even this, let alone the postseason. I mean, Dreyer hadn't pitched in almost 20 days. That's the one that's been bugging me is, not having him throw it all. But someone had to step up, and to see Will Klein, especially a guy like Will Klein, who hasn't thrown more than 45 pitches this year in a game, minor leagues, big leagues, step up for his teammates and continue to just absolutely chuck it and let it all out there. And man, we're lucky to see that because I mean, again, for Will Klein, hopefully, you hope this is never like the last time, right, for anybody. But like where he is in this spot, you're going, man. You never know if you're going to get back. You never know if you're going to pitch in a postseason game. And you just got to, have a little celebration for yourself in that, especially with Freddie mentioning it all about him.
Yeah, Kevin, I got to tell you, I mean, I'm just astounded to watch what Otani does. And, the expectations about him. He just raises the bar every single time he goes out there. But I want to give it back a little bit on the other side, too. I'm not trying to make an equal trade-off here, but Alejandro Kirk, to me, is just absolutely incredible. This is a guy they got out of the Mexican League. He doesn't look the part, certainly, but man, this guy technically is really a good hitter. He stays on the ball a long time. He can pull it. He can hit it the other way. Man, look how he caught and threw out Otani at second base. This guy is phenomenal to me.
Just the whole game. I mean, the one true knock is him running. Like that's it. I mean, you can say that. But his at-bats throughout the entire postseason have been ridiculous. His entire at-bats, like in the World Series, he feels like he's on everything, right? Like Freddie feels like he's on everything too, right? Like that's the way I would look at Alejandro Kirk. Is like he's Freddie right now. Like it's either he's gonna pop you or he's gonna line out to the track somewhere. How about the cut? Like he's not very big. You've been around him. He's not very big. Like he's okay. We got that whole part, but like the plate coverage he has is insane. And look, in the moment, they had Glasnow. Glasnow's pitches were he showed everything to them, and they had him, and he stayed on that one, early on to really like silence that crowd. Which let's be honest here, guys. I grew up in the Bay Area. All right, like I came here as a Giant. I didn't like the place. It's a fun place to come to, but I didn't like the place. These fans were in it. It was insane from the beginning. I was like saying, this is the most chaotic I've seen this place. And it's like, and that chaos that was created well before the game stayed through the 18th inning. And then for like, I'm going to sit there and say for that few moments, up until the bottom of the 5th inning, that crowd died down because of that 3-run home run that Kirk hit.
Yeah. Kevin,
damn, did they come back and stay in it?
How much is a George Springer injury affects this Blue Jays team? Because we're still waiting to see if it's his side, if he's going to have an MRI. He's a little banged up, had to come out of the game. This could be a game changer for the Toronto Blue Jays moving forward in this series.
Yeah, you don't want to call game because of it, but it really was. That's the heart and soul of the glue guy of their team, right? The heart and soul is going to be Vladdy. But yeah, with George Springer being out, and look, you don't just take it, you just don't walk off like he did without it being serious. And that sucks. But at the end of the day, you gotta find a way. And Toronto did, man. They try to find ways to do it. But, like Saxby, I mean, like, we know that like this game and how much it means in the World Series. How about the freaking plays all over the place? Now, a couple of like bad mental mistakes maybe on the bases, but they weren't like most of the outs on the bases were great plays on the defensive side that created the whole thing.
Correct. I mean, I think when you look at the defense and how much that they've stepped up, the great throws, the relays, I mean, the strikes they throw from the outfield, this has just been incredible talent on display.
Yes.
And Kevin, it's been those little underlying things that really win games that step up to the forefront that are really noticed, when this game is getting along here. And one thing I wanted to ask you, Kevin, I think this is a really important factor overall. We look now and see that this game may have just rejuvenated this Dodger team into heights that we're going to find out tonight. But it also had the ability to just absolutely bury this Toronto team. Yeah. I am very curious to see what it's like if they come out and the Dodgers score a couple runs and Shohei is shoving. I'm wanting to see the body language from this Toronto team. When the spirit gets broken, the team is buried. And I hope that hasn't happened to Toronto because I want to see it go 7 if possible.
I agree. Like, look, it's tough. So I was in the 18-inning game against with the Giants playing on the Nationals in 2014, and I would say the biggest difference in this whole thing is that we didn't have to fly. They didn't have to fly cross country. Mm-hmm. Like after that 18-inning game, we had to fly cross country as Nats facing the Giants. Well, they stayed, and it was hard. And we took off the next day. A bunch of us went to the field to just screw around, do stuff because that's what as baseball players do. Mm-hmm. And so it was kind of like a good reset. I can't imagine playing that next day. Seriously.
Yeah.
But not having to travel is nice, but like not playing the next day was really nice. These guys, look, both sides, one thing that it's not about like, oh man, these are such great, they're such great teammates. These dudes were in it for each other all game. the Dodger players, the veteran players. Like, think about all the vets that are on there making so much money. What were they? They were top stepping it the entire time.
Yes.
Right? Same thing goes for the Blue Jays. These are two, like the Blue Jays guys we talked to before the games and doing pre and post right now with Jenny Kavanaugh, Jim Bowden, Cole Tucker, and myself. And we've gotten multiple times from the Blue Jay guys. Well, it's like a travel ball team. Like, this is the best. Like, we don't even care, like, what's going on. This is before the 18-inning game. So, you know what, Saxy? I'm gonna check it today. I'm gonna do the get the temp on it early and let you know, because I'm gonna be honest. Like, travel ball teams still fight too.
Kevin, they're gonna have a tough go though with Shohei Otani on the mound. And I loved his quotes afterward, and saying that he just wants to go home and sleep. And this is a guy that if you're in that Dodger clubhouse and maybe you feel tired, maybe you caught in 18 innings last night like a Will Smith, or you're a little banged up, or you went 1 for 8 and feeling sorry about yourself, the last thing you could do is go into that clubhouse today, look around and say, man, I don't have it, but I'm going to go out there because the guy on the mound is going to be dealing, and if he can do it, everybody around him better elevate their game and be ready to go.
Well, that's why you got the Miguel Rojas's of the world. That's why you've got these energy guys that are in that clubhouse. Kike Hernandez, you can't even, like, that to me is the stuff. When you have those guys, that's their job, right? Mm-hmm. They're going to go out and play. That's secondary, because they're like, we love to play. It's going to, whatever we do is going to be, it's going to happen because we love this thing. But we're coming in. It's the World Series. If you're the Dodgers, you think you can bury them tonight. Yeah. Like, you get out there and you win, you bury this thing. Mm-hmm. That's it. Like, that's got to be the mindset from the Toronto Blue Jays. On the flip side of that, what do you got to do? You got to win. Like, it sucks now because you're in the pitch moment. You can't go into. For me, this is an elimination game. Mm-hmm. This is Game 7 right here.
Yeah.
If you're the Blue Jays,
I agree with that.
So,
Kevin,
yeah, you're going in there. It used to be better in the days. Let it, unlet it, right? There's so in the coffee.
Yeah, we got lead in this coffee here. That's for sure. hey, Kevin, I want to ask you. I got a final one for me. This is going to be an epic battle tonight when we see Guerrero going against Shohei. I mean, as a hitter, I mean, how do you? I'm just trying to how do you size up and how do you kind of like measure out what you do against Otani? Is it getting that splitter up in the zone? When you get that splitter up in the zone, then the fastball all of a sudden is over your head. You're swinging at it. You got to get the fastball down. Well, then you start swinging at the splitter. This is a great combination that Otani has, and he's chucking it up there at 100 miles an hour. What's the game plan on Otani if you're a guy like Guerrero?
Like I personally think, like, if Otani morphs, like, I laugh. Was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago? No, it was 2 years ago when he was with the Angels. It was like one of his last starts. He threw like 23 of the first 25 pitches were against the Nationals were sweepers. Like, these guys are summer right now. Like, what are you doing? And then, like, the last 2 innings, you start blowing doors off people. So, you know what? I feel like the moments dictate it for him. Right? Like, he knows, like, these moments dictate what's going to happen. He does it against Trout, right? Like, you think about the WBC in the moment. He didn't just, like, he threw a great sweeper there, but then he just.
Oh, we lost him. Oh, we lost Kevin, unfortunately. Thanks to Kevin Franson from MLB Network Sirius Radio. We lost him there. And we'll call back and tell him thank you for coming on. But, yeah, some good insight from him. You can check him out on MLB XM Radio, pre and post, with Cole Tucker and Jenny Kavanaugh and crew, and Jim Bowden doing a great job seeing them out there at Dodger Stadium doing their thing. They are absolutely fantastic in their coverage. I know you worked for Sirius XM MLB Radio for a long time, Saxy, so you know what it's all about, those guys, and how great in-depth it is in baseball coverage. And it's fun. If you're a baseball nerd, if you're a baseball guy through and through, it is fun to listen and talk baseball 24 hours a day. So thanks to Kevin for popping on this morning. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see the approach for the Blue Jays tonight and to get the temperature of the room there, so to speak, of how they're feeling coming out. Just real quick before we take a break and come back, Saxy, we'll hear from Shohei Otani. We'll get to phone calls. The media at Game 3 yesterday was unbelievable. The amount of people, and then all of a sudden the commissioner shows up, and you got former greats. Joe Torre shows up. You got MLB executives. You got Ryan Howard and all these former players there. I mean, it was a who's who, and that field It was like a rock concert, shoulder to shoulder, media and MLB people. It was wild. I don't even remember being that crowded for Dodgers-Yankees last year, but man, it is to a new level this year. The excitement and the buzz and the amount of people at Dodger Stadium, it's crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be even much more tonight.
No doubt. He is Steve Sachs. I am Tim Cates. Thanks for being with us on this Tuesday morning as the Dodgers win last night at 18 innings. We'll come back here from Shohei Otani. Get to your phone calls. If you're watching on X, on YouTube, Facebook, we'll be with you in a moment on the other side. We'll also get your 8 o'clock code word. Don't go anywhere. Sachs and Cates in the AM on your home of the Dodgers, your home of the World Series, AM 570 LA Sports. Sachs, we were talking last time here on the stream during the commercial break, which we're at commercial on AM 570 LA Sports, and man, we got almost 900 people watching.
Wow.
On X, Facebook, and on YouTube. A lot of great comments. It was it is I'm just reading some of these comments as I'm talking here.
Tim, 1 second.
Yeah. Oh, Sachs is going to be back. We lost another cup of coffee for Steve Sachs. It's going to go a little leaded there. Maybe he's going to go yell at another barista and tell me he doesn't want to talk about his weekend. On the Petros and Money show on Mondays, we do something called How Was Your Weekend? Just to kind of go around the room, what everybody did, get everybody caught up on what the last couple of days was like away from the radio show. Remind me if Steve Sachs is ever on the show not to do that because we don't want to get yelled at about how was your weekend. So
sorry, Tim. Package due at the door. I'm back.
Oh, nice.
Package due at the door. Okay,
wait,
go ahead.
Wait,
what you had 900? What?
You were getting a package, or you were sending out a package?
No, something from iHeart, so I had to get it.
Oh, that's from me.
Is that from you?
I sent you your charger back. Did you ever get it?
Yeah, apparently I'm getting it right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I
told the postman to leave it at the door. So anyway.
Yeah, I mailed you. You left your iPad charger here.
Thank you.
Last week when you were here, and I mailed it.
Tim.
My gosh, it's Tuesday. I sent that thing last week.
Well, I guess the Pony Express is back.
Holy smoke! Where do you live? Did the Wells Fargo Pony Express just get there? What in the world?
I live in very much suburbia in a gated community in Northern California. It's Roseville. Everybody knows that.
Unbelievable.
Everybody knows where Roseville is.
I sent that thing last week to you.
I
could have walked it there faster.
What were you saying about the 900 viewers?
900 viewers on X, on Facebook, and on YouTube, and all of them want to know why you're so grumpy with your barista. And why you don't like talking about your weekends. Okay. I get a lot of questions like, how dare you ask me about your weekend, Steve Sachs?
Right. Okay, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. Because it's a phony question.
Okay.
It's like, so you got any plans this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know these people. Why
we lost you on camera, by the way. You have to tilt that camera back a little bit.
Oh, why are they asking me about my plans? Yeah. I don't know them.
Okay.
It's a phony question. Their bosses tell them to ask you, hey, ask them what their plans are. Don't ask me. Just hey, what's wrong with this, Tim? It takes the same amount of time, too.
Okay.
Tim, how you doing today?
Doing good, thanks.
Yeah, me too. Good to see you. What's wrong with that?
But I didn't ask you how you were doing. You just
I
said
know,
you're doing good.
But my point is, what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
That connection. It's a nice connection.
Yeah.
It's polite. It's considerate. It's maybe heartfelt. It's better than, hey, what's your plans this weekend? Really? You're asking me my plans?
You know where they do that all the time too is Trader Joe's. I go to Trader Joe's a lot, and literally on Thursday of last week, I went after work, and it was in the evening, and the lady said to me, she goes, so how was your day? I said, good. That's all I said. She goes, you got any plans tonight? I said, nope, just go home and go to sleep after I eat this. And I wasn't trying to be rude, but it's like 7:30 on a Thursday night. I don't really have plans.
Yeah, exactly. No, I mean, and I found a way to get over this though.
Okay.
So they say, you got any plans this weekend? I just say, nope. Just like that. Nope. That's it. No, answer that question.
Yeah, that squashes it immediately.
Yeah, it squashes it pretty good. It's just, to me, it's just, it's a bit intrusive. I don't like telling people my plans, especially people I don't know. Why am I going to tell you my plans? I don't know you.
By the way,
you might want to come over and case my house or something. I don't know. I don't know you. I'm not telling you my plans.
Mr. Nobody says, thanks for listening. Thanks for doing this. Sachs and Cates from Alabama. They're listening right now. So shout out to them in Alabama. We got more shout outs.
It's not about being grumpy. I'm not grumpy at all. I like interacting with people. I just don't like telling them my plans. It's none of your business.
Big Suff and Frank in Fontana. Huge shout out to them. They are listening and watching. Love that.
Yeah.
Let's see what else is here. All Trader Joe's have terrible parking lots. Yeah, that's a given. That they do that on purpose. Mickey Mouse phone. Oh, they're making fun of your phone, Wacko.
My what?
Wacko's doing the cameras in here. And he handed me his phone, and he's got a Mickey Mouse. He's got a Mickey Mouse case on his phone, and so somebody's making fun of his case on the phone on the YouTube.
Tim, look at this.
Oh, you got it. I was gonna
bro.
I was gonna put a little note in there, like a little something.
XOXO.
to see if it
I'm
was
sure
there.
if Snellzilla would have sent that to David Vasse,
Yeah.
it'd have been, hey, brother, you left your charger at my.
All right, we're back on the radio,
Snelly.
back on the stream as well. If you're not with us during the commercial breaks on YouTube, X, and Facebook, you're missing out. Great stories, great chatter, great conversations on the message boards. We really are having a lot of fun here on Sax and Kate's in the AM. Hello to Ruby in Phoenix. I know her. My daughter, by the way.
Your
Shout
daughter's
out.
Ruby.
Yeah.
Hi, Ruby.
She's watching and listening on YouTube.
Now, which one did I meet?
You met Sadie, my youngest one.
Sadie. What
Yeah.
a doll.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Yeah, senior in high school and
Sweet. Very
having
sweet
a great
young
time
lady.
and big Dodger fan. It's crazy. I got 3 girls and all of them are Dodger fans, Steve, and all of them became Dodger fans and love baseball and not just he's
good.
cute or I like this player, but they're really into the game. They love the nuances of it. They love the strategy of it.
That's
they love.
That's because their mom and dad kind of put that filtered that into them, and they understand the game.
Yeah, and I think like it's good parenting that we made them Dodger fans. We
Yeah.
could have made
Oh,
them Yankee fans. We could have made them.
She's such a
Angels
great kid. I mean, you guys have done a wonderful job with that young lady. Really have.
Oh, thank you. You got a shout out to.
Very, very proud of her.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Shout out to Logan and Chad who are watching as well. We got a lot of people. I mean, I'm watching the numbers right now. We got 912 watching right now
Tim,
on
that's like
YouTube.
triple the last time we had yesterday.
It just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. A lot of people saying, love listening to you guys. Don't want Dan Patrick. No, okay. I'm not going to get to that comment. But
Wow.
we appreciate it. We appreciate it as the World Series is in full swing here. And last night, how about this? Let's hear the home run from the 18th inning last night. It was a monumental shot from Freddie Freeman, who last night did it again. Game 1 of the World Series last year, Steve.
Who's on the call?
Stephen Nelson and Rick Monday last night, right here on AM 570 LA Sports. A game that was 6 hours and 37 minutes and counting. It was the bottom half of the 18th inning, right after Will Klein pitched his 4th inning of relief. Nobody out. First batter of the bottom of the 18th inning, and this happened last night if you were sleeping.
Little delivers. Freeman. It's one high in the air. Straight away center field. Marshall at the wall. Gone! Freddie Freeman, Mr. World Series, ends the marathon at midnight. He is mobbed at home plate as the Dodgers walk it off in the bottom of the 18th inning. 6-5 the final to grab a 2-1 series lead.
You want drama? Come to Dodger Stadium.
What a home run from Freddie Freeman, straight away center field, walks it off in the 18th inning, and the Dodgers take a 2-1 series lead.
I got the name for it.
Yes.
The Midnight Miracle.
Ooh, I like that.
There you are.
I'm writing that down. Midnight Miracle.
Sums it up.
Okay. How about freaking Freddie does it again?
That's good.
I mean, the guy is unbelievable. To do it in game 1 of the World Series last year against the Yankees and to come back and have another walk-off home run this year in the World Series, the only player to do it twice in World Series history. Man, we can literally spend the next 32 minutes running down a list of first times, last time this happened, from last night's game, Steve. There were so many pitchers. There were so many balls put in play, so many runners that were thrown out. There were so many little stats that came out of last night's game that we could sit here and talk about. How many times Otani was walked. I mean, unbelievable.
How many times we had a relay that was productive and it worked.
I mean, 609 pitches thrown in the game last night. 19 total pitchers used. Dodgers used 10, most by a team in World Series history in one game. 25 position players used. 6 outs, as you were talking about. 6 outs made on the bases. The biggest one at home when the Dodgers had the relay to get Schneider at home to get the out and to save the run from scoring. How about 37 runners left on base? The most in a single postseason game. I mean, these are just a couple of the stats from last night. It was unbelievable, the 6 hours and 38 minutes of drama.
And you saw Freddie Freeman creeping Freeman, because he hit a good ball to center. Then he hit one to the track. Then he hit one to the wall. I think the third or fourth time that he finally went over the wall, it was a little further each time. And you could, and Freddie talked about it. He said, yeah, I kind of got that one. And the second one, my swing started feeling a little better. And the ball started creeping towards the wall a little closer. And finally he hits it out. I mean, he hit the ball in the same area all night.
Yeah. I mean, it's
except for the one he pulled down the line, but
right. And it's Max Muncy almost ended the game with the walk-off home run, but he pulled it foul down the right field line. You had a home run hit by, well, should have been a home run if not from the Marine layer that was hit last night by Will Smith into left center field. I mean, the dramatics last night, the ups and downs, the highs and lows. The game could have ended here. The Blue Jays could have taken the lead here. The bases loaded situation with Clayton Kershaw. We got to quickly get into that. Clayton Kershaw comes in last night with a bases loaded situations in extra innings. And the music started playing from fun. He comes running out of the bullpen.
Completely antithetical to what he does in his career, but go ahead.
100%. And he comes into a situation where cards on the table, full disclosure. I thought bad things were going to happen.
Yeah, same
and
here.
I thought, how could you put this future Hall of Famer in this situation? Bases loaded, 2 outs. He's got to be one, perfect, and not walk the guy.
He's got to throw strikes, exactly.
Or 2, if he throws strikes and the guy hits it and puts it in play, 2-run score.
There's nowhere to go.
Right, and he's the bad guy. And all of a sudden it's, oh no, October again bites Clayton Kershaw in the behind.
Here we go.
Absolutely. Same old story. October baseball, Clayton Kershaw. But he didn't. He goes out there and he gets a 3-2 curveball, slider, I should say, and strikes out Lukes with the bases loaded to get out of the jam. Or actually, he got a ground ball out, ground ball to second to get out of the jam.
Amazing.
But still, he had to walk that tightrope and do it without any net behind him and with really everybody waiting to criticize him if he makes a mistake.
Yep.
If he messes up, if he throws ball 4 there to Lukes and walks in a run, we're sitting here talking about Kershaw, October. What is it about the month? Why can't he get out? But instead, he squashed that narrative. And who knows if that's the last pitch Clayton Kershaw throws in the big leagues? What a way to go out.
And it was very impactful.
Absolutely. It was huge.
Yeah.
It was huge.
But Tim, I want to bring something up too. And you actually brought it up earlier and we kind of glossed over it, but it could be a huge, huge factor in tonight's game, and which may be a determinant factor in what happens overall in this series. What about George Springer?
Yes.
He is a lightning rod for this team. He is a aggressive, very uber aggressive guy at the top of the order. He hit 32 home runs this year. Okay. He kind of, he's he's kind of disturber, a something disturber on the team. And he may not be there. This could be a game changer for that club.
Yeah, we saw Ty France come in mid at bat.
That is a game changer if he's there, because that is no comparison.
Yeah, and Springer
Nothing
left
against Ty.
What is it? The lat muscle, the obliques.
Yeah, listen, I pulled an oblique when I first signed with the Yankees. I was in spring training.
Okay.
We were working on cutoffs and relays, and I got the relay from left center and in the same motion through home. Tore the oblique muscle right there. out 3 weeks. I missed 3 weeks of spring training.
Is it painful?
Painful. You can't sleep. Everywhere you turn, it hurts like hell. And this injury travels in your back. So you say you hurt it on your side, and in another 6 or 7 days, you see the bruise.
Yeah.
The bruise will be down around your kidney.
Really?
And then it goes down your back. Yeah, it travels. It moves out of your system, this injury. And that's going to be a big determining factor. If they see that bruise in there and this thing's going to travel on him, he's not coming back. If that's what it is, if it's anywhere near the mid-grade strain, this dude is not coming back. You cannot play like this.
Well, we've talked about it the last few days and even leading up to this World Series. We may not like George Springer, and he's a cheater for what he did in 2017 with the Astros.
What's his name?
Cheating George Springer.
Gotcha.
But he's a tough guy. I mean,
tough guy.
You mentioned he took a ball off the knee and had an exit velocity of 55 miles an hour. He got hit in the hand in Toronto.
Still there.
Yeah. For him to come out of the game, and there's a picture of it if you're watching on X and Facebook and YouTube, there's a picture of him being walked off the field last night in extra innings. If he had to take himself out of the game mid at bat, that's not a good sign for George Springer.
You can't. And remember, George is 36, so he's getting up there baseball wise a little bit. If it's even a mid-grain type of a strain, he won't be good for 2 weeks. There's no way he's going to play.
Just checking out some of these comments. We'll get back to the phones in a second. You're going to hear from Shohei Otani coming up, a busy hour. We also got your code word for the 8 o'clock hour. Just some comments.
We could be here 5 hours. We got so much stuff to talk about.
This is awesome.
We could be here 5 hours.
One listener, Springer is done for the series. Dodgers will win in 5. Happy 37th birthday to my brother David. We don't do shout outs, but happy birthday, David. Your 37th birthday. Sachs, greetings from St. George, Utah. Hope to see you at the baseball camp in January. David Whitehead. So
I know David Whitehead.
Okay.
Hey, David, how you doing? Shout back at you.
Listen up, AM 570 Suits and iHeart Suits. Get Sachs and Case's show ASAP. Need to hear them every morning driving to work. I appreciate that. Got another one of my daughters, Layla, checking in from Phoenix. Hello, Layla. Get to class. We got Richard, captain with the Arcadia Fire Department. Yes.
Nice.
Captain Oliveris. Richard checking in. Thank you for listening. And shout out to all our first responders out there, wherever you may be. We appreciate all of you for what you do. A lot of great comments. So many great comments and reaction. Yes, 5 hours of Sachs every day. I need that in my life. Okay.
I hope you're still not ticked off at me for. I'm not mean to the people I meet at Starbucks. I like the people there. That's why I go there. But somebody I don't know asking me, hey man, what's your plans this week?
Let me throw a hypothetical at you.
Telling you.
It's not your favorite barista for your overpriced coffee.
Right.
Let's say what's the name of your place?
I got a coffee maker.
Ben's Bakery. Is that where you go in Sacramento?
Baker Ben's.
Baker Ben's. Okay.
Right.
Let's say Steve Sachs, all jacked, walks into Baker Ben's later today and wants a blueberry scone or a donut, whatever you get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chocolate glazed.
Chocolate glazed. And the young man or woman or somebody behind the counter is like, "Hey, how you doing? Good morning. Welcome to Baker Ben's." And
thanks.
What can we get you today?
I'll take just a cup of Joe and a glazed donut.
Oh, you know what? We have some fresh glaze right over here. Let me go grab you a nice fresh one right here. It's piping hot for you. Hey, how's your day going, sir? What do you got planned today?
Just gonna do some regular stuff around the house. How about you?
Why are you answering them?
No. That was a different way you say it. You say, "How's your day going today?" And I might say, just kind of hanging out. But when they say they want a layout of what's your plans this weekend, that's none of your freaking business. I'm not telling you my plans because I don't know you. Okay, I tell you what I'd like to say, but this is a family show with scam. So I will say it.
I love it. I mean, what they want you to do, send them your itinerary
Work
for
with
the
me,
weekend.
Tim. Yeah. Exactly. Go ahead. What do they want me to do? Lay out. Okay, at 10 o'clock, I'm doing this. Then I'm going to go to the gym. After that, I'm going to go shopping. I got my brother. I'm going to go down and we're going to talk about the 49ers at 1. And then at 5 o'clock, the game comes on. Really? No, I'm not doing all that.
We got a dude from Eagle Rock who's checking in and said to ask for him. There we go. Eagle Rock Italian Bakery and Deli. Ask for Carlo and grab a great Italian sandwich. So we don't do shout outs, Carlo, but Eagle Rock Italian Bakery and Deli. So shout out to you for that. And if Steve walks in, whatever you do, Carlo, do not ask him what his plans are. Please, for the sake of everything, do not
ask him what he's up to and what he's going to do.
Tim, the thing is, it's a phony question. I just want people to be real. Like, how you doing today? I'm doing great. How are you? Good. I like that. That's very nice. And they mean it. But you got plans this weekend? Yes. God, please save it.
We got a listener from West Virginia checking in. Shout out to Alex for that. How about last night? I don't know if you caught it, and I don't know what inning it was, maybe 15, 16, 17. I'm not sure which inning, but it was late in the game last night, Saxy. They showed it on Fox.
Yep.
There was a platter of pineapple, watermelon, and I don't know if it was honeydew but it was fruit that they had cut up and they put on a plate, and they were passing it around the Toronto Blue Jays dugout.
Okay.
Is that because they needed, a little energy? They needed a little something?
Sustenance.
Okay.
Yeah, they needed a little in-game vitamin C boost, I'm sure.
Okay.
That's okay. That's good. I like that. Hey, you know what I saw during the game too? Speaking of seeing things.
Yeah.
When Otani hits his second home run, I'm looking at the crowd stand up, right behind home plate.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see what the guy says? I got his words mouthed perfectly.
What's that?
He says, "You gotta be effing kidding me." He said it so clear. Of course, you can't hear him, but you could see his mouth so clearly. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful thing. It was a great response.
Yeah. I think
everybody
was in
thought
awe.
that.
I think everybody was in awe, especially that second home run where he goes to left center field with it. You're thinking,
talk
man.
about being on the pitch.
Yeah.
Wow.
Speaking of Shohei Otani, let's hear from him last night with Tom Verducci and Fox and Will Ireton, his translator. Here is Shohei Otani after his record night and now hours before his Game 4 starts.
Shohei Otani, you have given baseball over the years a galaxy of great moments and great games, but this one, the first player in 119 years with 4 extra base hits in the World Series, on base 9 times. Where does this one rank for you among the most meaningful games of your career?
個人的な記録になりますけど、119年ぶりの記録というところで、個人的には今この成し遂げたのはどこにランクされてますか？
いや、もう勝ったのが全てかなと思うので、今日ね、自分のプレーっていうのは後から振り返ればいいのかなと思うので、今日はもう切り替えて明日の登板に向けたいなと思ってます。
What matters the most is we won, and what I accomplished today is it's in the context of this game, and what matters the most is we flip the page and play the next game.
The next game. I will remind you, you are the starting pitcher in the next game. We saw Dave Roberts, your manager, check on you in the 11th inning. How do you feel, and how will you feel tomorrow?
今日の試合の展開っていうところもあって、明日の状態、投げることに関してどう思いますか？
もう早く帰って寝て明日に備えたいです。
I want to go to sleep as soon as possible so I can get ready.
Rest well. Thank you so much, Shohei.
Thank you.
All right, there's Shohei Otani on Fox last night. Yeah, he is a guy who loves his sleep, and apparently he's a guy who can fall asleep anywhere at any time. That's pretty crazy, right?
Was go to sleep, rejuvenate, and get that big athletic body ready to start chucking 100 for 9 innings. His mindset is not, I'm going to do 5 and fly because I had a long night last night. No, he's thinking 9 innings. You watch. He wants to go. He wants to do it. Yoshinobu did. And he wants to go 9 innings.
Coming up, we'll get Steve's keys to a Game 4. Is this Game 4 tonight? Yeah. Game 4 of the World Series. Last night was so long. They played 2 games. Mm-hmm. It sort of felt like they played games 3 and 4 last night, so this should be Game 5. No. Tonight's Game 4. Yeah, Game 4 tonight. Dodgers and the Blue Jays, Shohei Otani and Shane Bieber, the pitching matchup. We'll get you your code word. We'll get you Steve's keys to the game as well. Real quick, before we go to break, somebody asked if there was a plate of fruit, which one are you grabbing first, Steve Sachs?
Oranges.
Oranges?
Love it. Oranges and blueberries, my favorite fruit.
All right, oranges and blueberries for Steve Sachs. I'm Tim Cates at Sachs and Cates in the AM, live and local. We're back. One final segment to go here on AFI 70 LA Sports.
Freddie Freeman, Mr.
the mood. I too don't want to talk to people.
I want to get in and get out. I've got 700 things to do. I don't want to tell you my plans.
Okay, here's a hypothetical for you, and we're just talking here to the 900 plus people.
No, that's just you and me. Nobody's listening.
Almost 1,100 people watching now, right now on YouTube.
But
X,
it's really just you and me
and Facebook, but just us. We're just kind of chopping it up here.
Okay.
What if you're at your spot and they ask you, hey, who do you like tonight? You think the Dodgers can beat the Blue Jays? Will you talk baseball with them?
Of
or are you like, oh, come on, dude. That's all I do is talk baseball.
No. I would talk baseball. I would definitely talk baseball. I'm sure. That's a nice, honest question. I would gladly talk baseball. But having a phony, stupid question like, what's your plans this weekend? Forget it. I don't want to go there.
Okay.
But talk baseball. Hey, man, what'd you think of Otani last night? I'd talk all day.
Would you really?
Yeah, of course. I like the baristas.
Okay, so I'm writing this down. Talk baseball, check.
Yeah.
Ask weekend, no.
If they talk about my family, hey, I know your brother. What's Dave doing? I'd talk all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a little family reference, and it kind of opens the door.
Love my family.
To talk to Steve Sachs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love that. By the way, how is the Sachs in the Morning podcast going? Outside of Scam and working for the A's, you have a podcast. You do. You're holding up the coffee cup. People are asking about the coffee cup. That
Right now, I'm living off of the ones that are in the can that I've done before.
Sure.
We're gonna start some new ones up definitely by the first of the year. We're gonna be.
But is it sports? What is it that you do?
So we talk sports. We talk sports, money, and life.
Okay.
So we talk about things about cryptocurrency. We talk things about everything about sports. Any sport. We talk a lot about football during football season. And then the life channel gets you anything. You can talk about anything. That's why we have sports, money, and life. Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yeah. It's cool. It's really good.
People are asking for crypto advice, but I don't know if we need to get into that.
Yeah, we can't really do that.
Yeah.
But I think it's going up.
A lot of comments. Sachs, you got that Toronto hotel money. Come on, buddy. Yeah, you.
I wish. No, I would not even do it if I had that kind of jack just laying around, Tim. I'm not going to fly, 3,000 miles to sit in a hotel and watch. Although it could be cool. To sit there. On the couch and watch the game, having a Tim Hortons and a Coca-Cola. Yeah.
Okay. By the way, the Tim Hortons donuts yesterday.
What'd you think?
Maybe somebody can comment here.
You did like the fritter.
The fritter was good. I don't know maybe diabetes entered my system yesterday because I had like this tingling feeling. Like, is that what diabetes feels like? After the donut, do you feel diabetes? I don't know. Is that
I don't know.
I don't
have it.
Okay, Wacko's telling me no, but
hey,
maybe it was the sugar. Maybe it was just the sugar hitting me because I felt weird after eating 2 donuts yesterday.
What about the
Sugar
box
rush?
is cool. The red box is cool.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, those donuts got polished off by people here in the building.
I figured they
I
would.
was like Santa Kate's walking around yesterday with that box of Tim Hortons donuts.
It's like a wild dog loose on trash night. I made that reference.
Okay.
You leave donuts around, loosely in the office, are going to get gobbled up.
Oh, 100%. They were gone. Yeah. We're coming back here in about 15 seconds. The worst thing is people who see a box of donuts get a knife and they cut half of it. Why are you cutting half of a donut and leaving the other half?
I just use my hands and I just pull it apart with my hands and leave the one that I touched with my stained hands in the box.
Gross. All right, we're coming back on the radio for one final segment here.
Okay.
It's Sachs and Cates in the AM live on AFI 70 LA Sports. Live also on YouTube, X, Facebook. We got over 1,100 people hanging out with us right now online, either watching online or listening online. And that's not even the iHeart Radio app. And that's not even the great fans listening here over the radio on AFI 70 LA Sports. Thank you for making us a part of your morning drive here on AFI 70 as the Dodgers victorious last night in 18 innings. If you fell asleep last night and you woke up this morning, you're like, what the heck happened? Dodgers won. Yeah, Freddie Freeman had a walk-off home run in the 18th inning, and Will Klein, yes, that Will Klein, who threw 15 innings all season long, went 4 innings last night, put up zeros as the Dodgers bullpen came up clutch. So all you naysayers about the Dodgers bullpen, and I'll throw myself into that group as well.
Mm-hmm.
I had some comments about them, and I had some interesting thoughts.
Tim,
and,
really, are you calm about the bullpen now, or are you still skitterish?
Oh, I'm still skitterish.
You're still skitterish.
Last night was one
not.
thing, but
No.
I need to see rinse and repeat. I need to see it done
Rinse
again.
and repeat.
And let's be honest, I hope I don't see that tonight. Let's just be clear. I want to see Shohei Otani, as you say, shove tonight against the Blue Jays.
Who are you most skitterish about?
Or
you don't want to say?
I don't want to say it because I love Blake Trinan.
I don't want to put you on the spot. We know.
Yeah, I don't want to say it because I really do like Blake Trinan, but I don't want to say who it is.
Who do you like a lot?
Robleski, Dreyer, Bonda. I mean, they all have one thing in common. They're left-handed, so maybe I like left-handers. I don't know.
Right.
But all those dudes coming out of the bullpen. I like their makeup. I like their demeanor.
You like Sasaki, right?
Oh, I love Sasaki.
Yeah.
I love he's a gamer. I love everything about him as well. Let's give you your 8 o'clock code word. We gave you a code word in the 6 o'clock hour, the 7 o'clock hour. Rogan and Rodney will have 2 more later on today. Fred Petros and Money will have 2 more. If you're writing them all down, remember them. And then tomorrow, we'll ask for somebody to call in and give us those code words back. And if you have all 7 of them, guess what? You're going to Game 5 of the World Series tomorrow night at Dodger Stadium. And who knows? Maybe it's a possible series clinching Game 5 tomorrow out at Dodger Stadium as the Dodgers have a 2-1 series lead. Shohei Otani on the mound tonight. All right, our 8 a.m. code word is umpire. Umpire. So there you go. Write it down. Put it in your phone. Put it in the list of the 2 words we gave in the 6 o'clock hour and the 7 o'clock hour, and start stacking those words together.
So far, the 3 words are. Don't worry. I'm not going to do that.
All right. I appreciate that. Again, those are your code words from 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and this hour.
Okay.
Umpire.
Okay.
All right. Again, shout out to our friends at Strauss. Our World Series coverage brought to you by our friends from the field to the work site, making history. Again, you can see it on the video portion of the show. The helmet we got here in studio and Strauss written across the side, as you see all postseason long and the World Series. Every Dodger that goes up to the plate wearing a helmet, you see it, the Dodger logo on the front and the Strauss logo on the side. It is a one-of-a-kind promotion and opportunity they're doing Major League Baseball. They're trusted worldwide. They're a global brand. We love them. Strauss, STRAUSS.com, and we couldn't be more proud to be partners with them here in October.
Tim, up here in Northern California,
Yes, sir.
I do a lot of work in the backyard, and I worn Strauss before, and they're really good.
I bet it's size medium.
There's no schmediums. They don't have schmedium, and I would never fit into a schmedium. It's full large.
Okay.
All right. I'm kind of a large man.
All right. Let's get Steve's keys for a Game 4 win as we do. Greetings from El Paso, Texas. Hello, Renee. We see you out there. Shout out to Sean, who says hello as well. I cannot thank you enough. All the great comments and participation. Again, those watching on X, Facebook, and on YouTube, we really appreciate it. We'll do it again tomorrow, beginning at 7 a.m. So in case you want to hear us as you're driving around, you can do that in your car. Just put YouTube, X, you can get the audio feed, video feed, see what Steve Sachs looks like. We're having a lot of fun doing it. Thanks to Wacko, of course, for coming in yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Thanks to Zach for all his help. Thanks to Michelle. A great crew here on Sachs and Kate's name. All right, let's get you your keys to a game.
Okay. So, Tim, there's really a connecting factor here with the keys. Of course, I think if they get off to a good start and, you can bury these guys, I think you're going to see the body language really start to slump with Toronto if they get off to a big start. And so we'll see what that happens. But the real key is I want to see what the Smith effect is to be able to rally and come back. And if he is catching tonight, if he can be a factor. And secondly, what is going to be the effect of not having a George Springer there? I think these are going to be big keys in this game. Without Springer, it's like you lost your engine. So we'll see what happens with that.
That's a potentially big loss. You're right, because that 1-2 punch with Springer and Vlad Guerrero, that's it. That's the top of their lineup. Those are those back-to-back hitters that you plan for, and especially later in the game, you strategize which kind of reliever you're going to. Is 2 right-handed bats, you want a righty against them, and that potentially changes things. I mean, and Ty France, and no offense, Ty France is not George Springer and that bat. So
nope. That's going to be a big difference, I think. And who
100%.
knows if it's going to be Ty France? We'll have to see who's going to be there.
All right, I'm going to give you a name right now. Outside of Shohei Otani, who's pitching, which Dodger bat steps up tonight and gets it done?
It's got to be Mookie. It's got to be Mookie. Yeah,
I'm with you.
I mean, people say it's the average, the obvious choice, but he's got to do something tonight because he can. He's that good.
I think
expectations are high,
100%.
better than popping up in the infield.
100%. I think he's ready to go.
Top.
After last night, intentionally walked a couple times to get to him. I think he's ready to go and ready to burst out here in Game 4. Saxy, great stuff. We'll be back at it again tomorrow, 6 a.m. bright and early. Make sure you're listening.
Buddy.
See you tomorrow.
Thanks for the charger.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you got it finally. Pony Express finally reached Northern California.
Thank you.
Coming up next, it's Colin Cowherd. We got Rogan and Rodney at noon. Listen for all the code words beginning then and then with Petro some money. So long, everybody. Thanks for listening.
From the grit